In the sunny little town of Mudville, there lived a cheerful family of pigs who loved three things more than anything else: pancakes, puddles, and parties. There was Papa Pig, who had the loudest snort and the fluffiest tail. Mama Pig, who baked the fluffiest muffins in town. Penny, the curious little piglet who asked 100 questions a day. And Percy, her younger brother, who loved hats and wore a new one every day, even in the bath. The pig family was always up to something fun, but one bright and breezy morning, Papa Pig stood on the porch with a banana-shaped phone and made a very big announcement. "Family, listen up, I just got off the phone with Mayor Moo. Next Saturday is the first ever Mudville Animal Parade." "A parade?" Penny squealed. "Like, with costumes and dancing?" "Exactly," Papa grinned. "Every animal family in Mudville is invited. And we pigs are going to lead the way." Mama Pig clapped her hooves. "Oh, how exciting. We'll need music, costumes, snacks." Percy adjusted his spaghetti strainer hat and nodded seriously. The pig family was ready to roll. But they had just 1 week to prepare. The next morning, they got to work. Penny made a list. A very long list. "Percy, you're in charge of hats," she said. "Papa, you take music. Mama, you've got the snacks. I'll plan the parade moves." The pig family barn buzzed with activity. Papa Pig dug out his old accordion. It made a funny wheezing sound, but he said it added flavor. Mama Pig made 27 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, plus 10 mini muffins shaped like stars. Percy created a hat wall by hanging pots, baskets, cereal boxes, and even a pineapple on the barn door. Penny practiced her parade steps down the driveway. Left, right, twirl, oink. Left, right, twirl, oink. Everything was going great, until Tuesday. That's when Penny realized something. "Wait, we don't have a float." Everyone froze. "Every parade has a float," Penny said. "You know, the big, decorated cart that shows off the theme." "What's our theme?" Percy asked. Penny thought for a moment. "Friendship," she declared. "And dancing. And maybe muffins." "That's 3 themes," Mama Pig said gently. "Well, we're a big-hearted family," Penny replied with a grin. So, the pig family started building a float. They borrowed the old red wagon from Farmer Ted and covered it in glittery hoof prints. Percy added streamers and googly eyes. Mama glued paper flowers to the wheels. Papa Pig strapped his accordion to the front. By Friday, the float was almost perfect. But then, disaster struck. It rained, and rained, and rained. When the pig family woke up on Saturday morning, the yard was a squishy swamp. Their paper flowers had turned into goo. The glitter had washed into the puddles. And worst of all, the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches had melted into one giant sandwich glob. Penny's ears drooped. Percy's pineapple hat sagged sideways. Papa Pig sighed. So much for the parade. But Mama Pig wiped her hooves on a towel and said, "We can still go. Pigs don't mind a little mud. We love mud," Percy shouted, flinging a clump into the air. Penny stood up tall. "We'll call it the Muddy Parade. And we'll make it the silliest, slipperiest, splish-splashiest parade anyone's ever seen." The family grinned. 10 minutes later, they were ready. The pig family parade didn't have fancy floats or polished music. Instead, they marched through the mud, slipping and sliding, snorting and squealing with joy. Papa played his squishy accordion, which now made a wet, blarp sound. Percy wore a spaghetti pot on his head and threw socks into the crowd like confetti. Penny led the dance with a muddy hoof spin and an oink oink hooray. Mama Pig handed out muffins that were slightly soggy but still delicious. And the best part? The other animals joined in. The duck family waddled in line, flapping their wings in rhythm. The goats added tap shoes and click-clacked on the barn path. The cats brought yarn and danced through it like ribbon streamers. Even Mayor Moo, in her fancy cowbell cape, shouted, "This is the most fun I've had in years." The parade looped around Mudville twice and ended in a giant muddy pig pile of hugs, laughter, and chocolate chip muffin crumbs. That night, the pig family hosed off in the backyard and watched the stars come out. "I think our parade was a success," Papa Pig said. "The best parade," Percy added, now wearing 2 hats at once. "Next year," Penny said, Yawning, we should add a marching band. And glittery umbrellas. And maybe, she didn't finish. She was already fast asleep, dreaming of puddles and parades. And though the mud had washed away their flowers and streamers, it didn't matter at all. Because what made the Pig Family Parade special wasn't how perfect it looked, it was how perfectly fun it felt.